Bonjour tout le monde. Ce vidéo s'appelle Se servir des pronoms sans se casser la tête. How to use pronouns sans se casser la tête. Se casser la tête means to literally to break one's head. And if something is frustrating and difficult, it breaks our head. Sans se casser la tête means without breaking one's head. So this is how to use pronouns without breaking one's brain. Pour commencer, un peu de révision. Probably learned some things about pronouns. This is a review with some examples. Il y a des pronoms réfléchis. So I would say, for instance, je me brosse les dents with me. Te is, for instance, tu te brosses les dents. And then himself, herself, itself, or oneself, il se brosse les dents. Then we do this to ourselves. Nous nous brossons les dents. Yourself, vous vous brossez les dents. And then the plural for il or elle with an S on the end, il se brosse les dents. You remember doing this. You remember these verbs. Voici des exemples de comment on se sert des pronoms dans ce cadre. Here are some examples of how we would use pronouns in this manner, in this situation. Elles s'entraident avec leurs devoirs. They, the girls, we'll assume, because we're talking about homework, elles s'entraident avec leurs devoirs. The entre is sometimes added to the beginning of a verb in order to indicate between each other. So they help each other between themselves, is what this is basically saying. Elles s'entraident avec leurs devoirs, with their homework. Nous nous souvenons du surpris que nous avons eu quand il est arrivé chez nous sans nous prévenir. Nous nous souvenons, we remember, and then je me souviens de, so du surpris, we remember the surprise que nous avons eu, that we had, quand il est arrivé chez nous sans nous prévenir, when he came to our place without telling us. Si vous croyez avoir raison, vous vous plantez. If you believe you're right, vous vous plantez. You are making a mistake. Se planter is, it's not slang, but it's sort of a familiar expression that means you're really blowing it. Je me lave la figure avec un savon biologique. I wash my face with an organic soap. If you ever are in France and you see produit biologique, it doesn't mean biological in the sense that we would use it. It means organic. Est-ce que tu t'amuses, mon petit? I might ask that to a child. Are you having fun, little one? Du moment que l'on partage des idées en commun, on s'entend plutôt bien d'habitude. And then here, l'on is used to talk about, I know we're talking about the word one as it's generally used in English, actually. L'on means this is what's expected generally of people. Du moment que l'on partage des idées en commun. The moment that one shares ideas in common, but it includes a plurality possibility here. So the idea that I'm sharing ideas means there are other ones with whom I am sharing. L'on s'entend plutôt bien d'habitude. One gets along well with others as a rule, d'habitude, normally. Et donc, parfois, on utilise ces pronoms sans réflexion. Sometimes we use these same pronouns without it being part of the reflexive group of verbs with these pronouns. We use them to indicate the person who is included. And here are some examples of that. Je vous connais depuis ma jeunesse. I know you. So it's if I were saying something reflexive, it would have to be je me connais. I know myself. But je vous connais depuis ma jeunesse. I know you since my youth. Il nous ment. He's lying to us. Je te parle sérieusement. I'm speaking to you seriously. So I can use these pronouns that we've talked about before to reflect a conversation between people who are distinct within the conversation. Il me taquine à propos de mes anciens amours. They are making fun of me, or they're teasing me à propos de mes anciens amours, in relation to my old love stories, my old crushes, one might even say. But note this. Ce, the pronoun ce, ne s'utilise pas normalement sans réflexion. You would really not use ce because normally it doesn't make a lot of sense that way unless it is indeed reflexive. Et on utilise les pronoms pour indiquer parfois un objet direct. One uses pronouns to indicate sometimes a direct object. Mince! Ah! Do! Like Homer Simpson might say. And why is he saying mince? J'ai oublié ce que c'est qu'un objet direct. I forgot what a direct object is. Well, a grammar teacher in the room. Pas de problème, mon vieux. Here is a definition. Un objet direct, c'est la chose ou la personne sur laquelle le verbe agit directement. So if you think about the verb if it is transitive, is acting directly on the direct object. A transitive verb means that it's done to something or someone. Here is an example. If I have without a pronoun this phrase, nous vendons une belle maison. We are selling a beautiful house. Here I would say nous la vendons. What is the verb vendre, to sell? What are we selling? What is the thing that is being sold? Nous la vendons. We are selling a beautiful house. Une belle maison is feminine. So I would need to use that. This is the correct pronominal phrase. We're selling it. Il veut gagner le match. Il veut gagner le match. He wants to win the match. Let's imagine a soccer match. Il le veut. He wants it. Il le veut. What? Qu'est-ce qu'il veut? Il veut gagner le match. Il le veut. Il le veut is the pronominal phrase, and le is the pronoun, just as la in the example above is the pronoun. So these pronouns that are direct objects are gendered. There is le, la, and les, and here is a plural version of it. Elle range les meubles d'une manière chic. The women, they, arrange the furniture in a chic manner. Elle les range. Qu'est-ce qu'elle range? Elle range les meubles. They arrange the furniture. Elle les range d'une manière chic. They arrange it in a chic manner. Chic is an adjective that doesn't change based on gender of or plurality of the object. Une manière is feminine, but I don't add anything to chic, which if I had a masculine noun it was modifying, it would still be exactly the way that you're used to seeing the word chic. And so here, the pronominal phrase is elle les range. They arrange them d'une manière chic, in a chic manner. They arrange them. Et on utilise les pronoms pour indiquer parfois un objet indirect. Sometimes we use pronouns to indicate an indirect object. Here we elle, which literally means whorehouse, but it's also a way of saying don't, shoot, dang. It's not really a swear word, but it's, you know, slightly more emphatically curse-like. And what is he saying bordel about? He is saying, j'ai oublié aussi ce que c'est qu'un objet direct. I've also forgotten what an objet indirect is, an indirect object is. Toujours pas de problème. Still not a problem. Indirect objects have only two kinds. There is the word leur and the word lui. And those tend to be phrases that I would use in English with to or with or by or through. There's a preposition usually for an indirect object. Un objet indirect, c'est la chose ou la personne sur laquelle le verbe agit indirectement. So it's one step away. I sell the house, but there is another way that it is indirect. So let's take a look. Here we have practically the same first example. Nous vendons une belle maison. You remember that was in the first set of examples for direct objects. What is the thing being sold? Une belle maison. À deux jeunes mariés. Two young newlyweds. That's what we're doing it to indirectly. We're not selling the newlyweds. We are selling the house to the newlyweds. And since there are two of them, I would use leur, which is the plural for the indirect object. Nous leur vendons une belle maison. So that is the indirect object pronoun. And here we don't know the whole story, but we have lui, which lets me know that it's a singular indirect object about what I do to give something. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm spinning this around. Nous leur vendons une belle maison. So we're selling to them a beautiful house. So we talked about winning the match. Après avoir gagné le match, il donne le ballon du jeu à son fils. After having won the match, he gives the game ball to his son. Il lui donne le ballon. He gives him the ball. He's not giving him, he's giving the ball from the game to him. And hence, lui and leur are both indirect object pronoun phrases. All of this is a bit of review. I believe you probably all learned this a little bit, but we're having a review. If you haven't learned this before, I would suggest that you watch it, what I've done here again, so that you can be quite sure you understand everything. A. On utilise les pronoms adverbiaux aussi. One uses adverbial pronouns as well. Homer Simpson's really upset now. He says, bordel de merde! Whorehouse of shit is literally what that means. But and it's a bit of a curse. It's not a very strong one. And here's why he's upset. J'ai oublié aussi ce que c'est qu'un pronom adverbial. I've forgotten what an adverbial pronoun is. And I'm sure you're not alone, French Homer Simpson. Toujours pas de problème. On peut s'en rappeler. Les pronoms adverbiaux, I et on. Those are the two pronoms adverbiaux. I is an adverbial pronoun and on is an adverbial pronoun. Remplace les prépositions et leurs objets. So, let me give you an example. Here we have a phrase, which is nous y en vendons une belle. You need a little context to understand it. Nous vendons, we're selling, une belle maison, a beautiful house, en Irlande, in Ireland. And so, en means in Ireland, but here that is represented by the letter Y, there. Nous y en, and then en is related to une, or I would say une, un, or des. Normally, if I'm using an adverbial pronoun, the word en, it is with the word une, like une belle maison, or un ballon. Or if I'm saying des frites. Est-ce que vous mangez des frites? Oui, j'en mange. But here, there's one word that stays. Ireland goes away, house goes away, maison goes away, but here I'm saying that it's a beautiful one. So here it says, if I ask this as a question, vendons-nous une belle maison en Irlande? Are we selling a beautiful house in Ireland? And then the response is, nous y en vendons une belle. We're selling a beautiful one there, is how we would translate that. So that is the pronominal adverbs. Après avoir mangé des carottes, le lapin est descendu dans un trou. So after having eaten carrots, le lapin est descendu dans un trou. The rabbit descended down a hole, basically. Descended into a hole. So, après en avoir mangé, after having eaten some, le lapin y est descendu. The rabbit descended into it, we might say, or down there. They're descended. That's the way you would say it. And there are only two adverbial pronouns that you need to know for this kind of an exercise, I and en. Again, I is about location and en is about usually quantity or the pronoun de, 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 as a way to talk about a thing. We will talk some more. There will be examples here. Après en avoir mangé, le lapin y est descendu. Hey! Les pronoms, quand ils sont multiples, paraissent dans un certain ordre après le sujet de la phrase et avant le verbe. So, in English, we put pronouns all over the place. The French put them between the subject and the verb, normally. And so, you've got the subject and the verb, and everything goes in between. But in what order? We're going to learn. Now we're out of review and into the subject. Donc, voici l'ordre normal des pronoms. Et attention, il y a des exceptions. J'ai même une exception dans la... Ah, voilà mon chien qui est toujours l'exception. Bonjour. Il y a toujours des exceptions pour chaque règle en français, ou bien presque chaque règle. Il y a une exception ici, mais normalement, I'm going to continue in English for a second. As I said in the previous slide, the pronouns become the subject and the verb. Rather, they come between the subject and the verb, I should say. And the first category of the ones that are closest to the subject are the reflexive pronouns, and also the ones that refer to relationship. The second one is direct object pronouns, le, la, and les. Occasionally, if I'm talking about I eat some cookies, je mange des biscuits, des, de, the way I represent that is on, and then on, in that case, becomes in the le, la, les category for that time, because it doesn't mean of or from, but on refers to that, and it goes in that order. It would come before I, for instance, or the indirect object pronouns. Lui and le are the indirect object pronouns. They come after the direct object pronouns. I for location, and en comes very close to the verb when it has to do with of or some other related adverbial work that we've discussed just a little bit in previous examples. Here are some examples. So, if my sentence without any pronouns in it is ils aiment manger de la glace quand ils voyagent en Californie. Ils aiment, they like, manger, to eat, de la glace, some ice cream, quand ils voyagent, when they travel en Californie, when they travel in California. If I add these together with the verb, notice that I have to watch that there are two verbs here. There's aimer with the infinitive manger afterwards, and voyager. So make sure you know how many verbs you're dealing with in the sentence. Ils en aiment manger quand ils voyagent. Ils y voyagent, pardon. Ils en aiment manger quand ils y voyagent. That helps you understand that it always has to be about the verb it's modifying pronominally. And here we have another one. Je donne le colis au facteur à la poste. Je donne, I give, le colis, the package, au facteur, to the postal worker, post office, postman, postwoman, à la poste, at the post office. Je le lui y donne. That's the order. Le refers to le colis. Lui relates to le facteur. Who did I give the package to? Le facteur. Where did I give it? What is the location of this event? La poste. Je le lui y donne. Here is another example. Without any pronouns at all, elle semble à ses parents d'avoir perdu sa raison. Now, I said that the de would usually include an en, but when it is part of an idiomatic expression, semble de, it is changed a little. Elle leur semble, she seems to them, de l'avoir perdu, to have lost it, her reason. She seems to her parents to have lost her reason. She seems to them to have lost it. Nous achetons des oignons au supermarché. So here we are going to see de, or rather they, refer to the quantity adverbial pronoun. I'm sorry, yes, adverbial pronoun. Nous achetons, we buy. What do we buy? Des oignons, some onions. So I say on, and then I au supermarché. Vous chantez votre meilleure chanson au professeur. You sing your best song to the professor. Vous, la, lui, chantez. I hope these are helpful. I understand if you still feel a little confused, it takes some work. Mais, quand il y a une expression impérative, l'ordre change. L'ordre des pronoms quand on emploie une expression impérative, when it's an imperative, which means like, if I say to my dog, sit, stay, stand, or I say something more complex to you, like I'm singing, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Well, don't stop is an imperative command. I'm telling you, it'll be here. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. All right. Here's the normal order, and just as with the last one, there are some exceptions, but mostly it's the direct object after the imperative command, like don't stop. It's almost like I say, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. I say, don't stop thinking about it. It'll be here better than before. Anyway, don't you look back. That's another imperative. Le, la, les, direct object. Moi, toi, lui, nous, vous, leur. Here, all of those refer to the indirect object. What am I doing it to? I or on, adverbial pronouns at the end. Let me give you some examples. Donnez la fleur à la chanteuse, s'il vous plaît, is without any pronouns, a sentence. Give the flower to the singer, I ask you, please. But if I want to make it an imperative with pronouns, I say donnez la. What is la? La fleur. Lui. Donnez-la lui, s'il vous plaît. And in the informal, remember an imperative is never in the third person or the first person. Even if you're talking to yourself saying, buck up, shut up, brain, you're really sort of talking to yourself as if you were speaking in the third person. Montre la photo à nos invités. Show the photo to our guests. Montre la. La is the photo leur. To our guests. Show it to them. Parlez à moi de vos réussites. Speak to me about your successes. And de here then becomes a pronominal adverb. So I would say parlez-moi-en. Often when you see moi and en or two parts of these expressions together, there ends up being a Z sound in front of them. I wouldn't say parlez-moi-en. French is not sort of guttural like that. Parlez-moi-en. Like, for instance, if I want to say leave this place to a group of people, I would say allez-vous-en. That's an idiomatic expression. Okay. Garde les cahiers dans ta chambre. I'm talking to a child who's got to keep some notebooks, I guess. Gardez-les-y. Gardez-les-y. Keep them there. Lisez des chapitres de la Bible chaque jour à votre mère souffrante. Read Bible chapters each day to your ill mother. Souffrante here is a word not for general suffering, although who knows? After all, mothers suffer. But it really is referring to, souffrante here means sick, and would be understood instantly as sick unless there's some other context. So here is what it becomes. Lisez-lui en chaque jour. Donc, il y a un devoir pour vous. Voici le devoir. Écrivez 5 phrases sans pronom et puis écrivez les mêmes phrases avec des pronoms mis dans le bon ordre. C'est ça le challenge, le défi. Et envoyez-les-moi, je vous prie. Send them to me, as you see in this pronomial imperative. And I will catch you in class. Thank you very much.